you.
Duolingo.
So, see, that's the problem.
อยากไปเลยที่มันจะเป็น
Okay, this is what it looks like for me. I'm sorry, this won't work for you.
มันเป็นน้อยสีสกุลเป็นสกุลจำไม่ได้
Stop the tour. I don't want the tour. So,
ทางที่มวนจริงทำ
never mind. Since it's not in Thai, it's not going to work. Excuse me. Sorry I did that. I thought for sure they would have it in Thai. You have to have the language. See, they're teaching English, but then there's not a version that will work for Thailand. So that's not going to work. I'm sorry I said that. That will work for me in teaching, learning Spanish. Okay,
we should one
I think watching television,
try
the English language, that's probably boring and hard. But if you do that 10 or 15 minutes a day would be great. Radio, or just listening to songs. And so here's how we're different. I see that you really want to write down everything I say or that's said. My suggestion is that if that works for you, do it. A lot of you said to me, and I appreciate this, you wrote too much and I couldn't write it down. And I appreciate you saying that. I never expected you to write all of that down. I wanted you to see it. But if I were you, I would choose one word a day and try to learn it and use it. Now, the yellow books you have are full of vocabulary.
ใช้เรียน
So those are some things I would suggest. You probably know all that. So when I go home and I try to learn Spanish because my next job, I need it. I'm also going to sign up to speak online with a man who teaches Spanish. So every week I will be forced to talk to him. So if you ever want to do that with me, we can. We can FaceTime or Skype, or you can always email me. Any other ways for you to learn English that you would suggest? You all know English. I shouldn't say learn English. I should say improve your English.
use conversation with foreigners.
Oh, with foreigners. Great idea. Great idea. And that's one good thing I think about this class is, hey, you're back! You're back! Welcome! Oh, I got on the Songtao this morning and said, I usually walk, but I had more things this morning. And I don't see Robert. When you see Robert, would you please tell him I brought his person? Please tell him. But this woman said to me, I want to learn English. Where do I go? So and then she said, I said, oh, I'm going there. And she said, how many baht? And I said, oh, it's free. So are there classes where you pay?
We pay for electricity. We pay for this air condition.
Oh, it's a donation.
begin 200 baht
Oh, really?
Yeah. Start at least 200.
Oh, I
Can
see.
pay more.
See, there's so much I don't know. Okay, I didn't know that.
can pay more
More than 200.
I see.
ไม่กัน
But probably for many classes, it's much, much more. Is that right?
only 200 baht
อาจารย์บอกที่
Only morning free of charge.
เรียบชา
Afternoon student pay money. Saturday, Sunday, student pay money.
Mm.
But for children, in the evening, every evening, I teach children
Oh, really?
free.
Are they,
For children, small children.
are they nice to you?
I practice vocabulary.
I know, but here's my question, Sir Ed.
Yes.
Are they easy to work with? Are they
For
polite?
me.
They are?
For me, it's easy for me. I like to play with children. But
Great.
someone no,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
someone not easy. But every day I play with them.
So how do you teach them English?
I show on projector. I scan the picture,
Oh, great.
dictionary picture.
Mhm.
I show them on the screen, and they take note. They write down on their
Well,
notebook,
that's a good idea.
and I pronounce for them
Oh, perfect, perfect.
every day, evening in the evening.
Oh, great.
You can come to see.
I wish I could, I wish I could. Now, another great thing for me is when I used to work with my students in the United States, they had to learn really difficult vocabulary, super difficult, because they already knew English, and these were those gifted children, so they had to learn really, really hard vocabulary. It was a
200
contest,
ก็ยังไม่จ่ายเลย
and they chose to be in
ใคร
it,
รู้ตัวก็จ่ายซะนะ
and so, uh-oh, my fault, sorry, I didn't clean it, well, I should
I
have,
forget
I'm
to
sorry.
clean.
แค่พูดสรุปตลกเลย
Oh, better not use black. The black one is the problem.
Refill pen.
Well, the black one though works, but it,
No problem.
okay, sorry.
I forget to clean
เมื่อไหร่
yesterday.
แกจะไปเก็บไว้
ไม่ออกใช่ป่ะ ไม่ออกห้าก็ได้เลย
ต้องแรงๆครับต้องแรง
Yeah, it
ๆ
doesn't all.
น้ำยานั่นแอลกอฮอล์เนี่ย
Yeah, it does.
ไม่เอาที่ลบออกเขียนเอง
You're too much. I can do it. You're too nice.
Yes.
so เก่งไว้ลบออก
มันแรงเยอะเราไม่เห็นแรง
Thank
กิ
you.
นข้าว
Muscles. I just don't have a muscle.
เอาเองไว้เอง
Push,
You know what we call this? There's an idiom for that. Thank you.
push and rub.
Yes. We
เอา
call
ล
that
บออกเลย
elbow grease. If you do it really hard, elbow grease. That's an idiom. And you were strong. Are you saying I'm not strong? So anyway, these children we would take one page per word. And of course, this wasn't a foreign language.
Children, they need picture.
Yes,
Picture
yes.
and word.
And even
Not only word.
Yes.
Picture.
so let's say with these children, and I will do this for me.
Yeah.
So let's say I was trying to learn the word diagram. I would write the word, and then even for me, an adult, I would draw it. I would draw a diagram like
เขาทำเขาก็ได้
ไม่กูอยากจะประชดว่ามันไม่มี
a real quick drawing of a diagram. Then I would write a sentence using that word. I should say show.
ลืมเปิดไฟไม่เย็นเปิดไฟแล้ว
The diagram showed me where to go. So I would write the word, I would make a picture of it, you don't have to be an artist. Even as an adult, I do this. It helps me remember the word. I made a picture. Then I write a sentence, and then I write a word that means the same. Those are called synonyms. You don't have to know that. That means the same. So a word that means the same is chart. Then I would write an opposite if there is one. There's really not an opposite of diagram. This may not be the way you want to do it, but this is a great way to learn vocabulary. You write the word, you use it, you think of a word that means the same thing, and you draw it. Even for a 63-year-old, so this is a good
Not
one.
clear.
No, yes. But those students, that's what they did, the ones with whom I was working. Go, take a break, take a break. Then we got Jeopardy and crossword puzzle.
ไม่อยากยาดมไม่ได้ออกมาที่เป็นไง
Excuse me, teacher Pat, may I spend the break time? May I spend the break time?
Certainly.
With everybody.
Oh, certainly, feel free, yes. Oh, so you need their attention? Yes, go ahead, excuse me, I'll just be quiet.
As I told teacher Pat that I will email the line from the bus to teacher Liz, right? Yesterday, and last night I emailed her.
บางหมอ
I couldn't find the email at her email address, so I sent it to her sister. And she told me that teacher is sick. Do you know that?
Oh,
Do you know that?
ติดยาดม
she's sick?
วันนี้ไม่ได้ถือ
She
มา
is sick.
Sure,
Do you know
Alice.
that?
ใครเรียกเรา
Now, which
Teacher Alice หรือว่า Teacher Ann?
ฮะ
Yes.
which teacher is
Alice.
this?
Teacher is
Teacher Alice. Yes,
also
I know.
พี่หนัง know, could you please explain because I know a little bit from teacher and email.
She got a cancer in her brain, and she made an operation, and then she tried to make sorry.
ผ่าตัดสมอง
And after that, she got better.
วันนี้เราพี่ไปขอเขาเนี่ยเจ็บมันเจ็บ
Oh, my. So when was she here? When was she here teaching?
I think last year.
รถของเขาที่แม่จะตาย
And now I don't know what's it.
Yes, teacher and told me that she has macular degeneration. Macular degeneration. Inside brain จอประสาทตาเสื่อม
I'm sorry to hear. She will not walk. What did you just say?
Her eye can't see very well because how to call binocular.
Oh, yes, uh-huh. I don't know. Okay,
It's not well.
okay.
Yes. Because everything was destroyed by chemo. Step by step.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I don't know what I do. I would like to ask for your opinion. What we are going to do for her.
You can write all of this to teacher and you send all of your what would you like to do to teacher? Teacher and you show teacher because she can't answer your email. You can connect with teacher.
I really do because yesterday I sent an email to her that I because teacher had asked to write journal, right? But I write only few.
This new style
I told teacher and that when you told me, I told us to write journal, I only write few journal. So few journal to you, I mean send the journal to you, right?
Sure.
I think
Yes.
it's few, only few. It's not enough. So I just would like to talk to my friend to send your journal.
All of your email for
Yes,
teacher and
send journal that you
To
send
teacher
to
Ann.
teacher Pat. All of you wrote journal, right? And send to teacher Pat, right? Could you please take that journal and send email to teacher Ann?
Okay.
You got what I mean?
yes.
Well, I don't think,
But I someone
I don't know
didn't
why.
know.
So I don't think they're sending me a journal, Lee. Maybe I misunderstand, but
Misunderstand, yes, I
Okay,
understand. I mean, every student, right, wrote the journal to you, right?
well, this,
Yes, and every day, every student write journal to you, right? Is that right?
well, not every day, but about once a week or once every 2 weeks. So you think we should do that with this teacher?
No, I mean, they wrote it already, right? Just send the journal that they wrote
Oh,
already
to
by
teacher.
email to teacher
Okay.
Lee.
And you know what? I'm going to give these back today.
Yes.
So you could do that if you wanted to. I'm going to give them back today. So-
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, for example, many students know her, right? So, many students know her, so we can send our journal that we wrote already, right, to teacher Ann. So teacher Ann can read a lot of journal to teacher Lee. So I think she will be happy.
Feel
Have
better.
fun.
Feel better.
Yes.
That's a lovely idea. Thank you. So do they have teacher Ann's email?
I will say.
Thank you.
teacher ที่ไหนมีเยอะด้วย
I love it. Thank you.
แผ่นเรียนที่ห้องอะไรนี่เองวันนี้ร้อนเรียนหรือเปล่า
Knock. I couldn't find this for you.
นกพี่นกไม่มีสมุดแล้วเนาะ
I couldn't find
มันมี
you.
เคยอยู่
You did? I believe you, but I wonder why I can't find it. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. Because I looked and there was Sue Roberts and yours I couldn't find it. It made me sad. So I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Well,
ไม่ใช่
okay.
ไม่เจอ
If you have that email, I can put it on the board.
And I think everybody can send
Okay. So do you want to give it to me? So I'll put it on. Oh, okay.
แอนิเมชันในภาพเคลื่อนไหวชื่อจะถูกไปอยู่
Did you see the animated?
มีน้อยน้อยมันจะถ่ายของโมเดลล่าหนูจัดมากเกินก็ไม่ดีนะ
Macaroni and cheese. I got everything up
ใช้
here.
อ่อน
Where's the
ๆ
Joe?
ใช้
Oh,
สมุดอ่อนหมอให้มาเลย
Thank you so much.
ก็คือวิกันที่ไหนเอาได้
Now I'm not going to be a teacher anymore. I'm going to be a model.
อินเทรนด์
Yes. I'm going to be a model.
ซุปเปอร์สตาร์
Model. With my Mickey Mouse. Not the naughty one that
ใหญ่
they
นักแสดงไม่ได้ให้ใส่พยายามเอาอันนี้
ไปเที่ยวที่เธอเอา
คิวนี่
ไปเอาอะไรเรียนจะจัด
ให้โซลงอยุธยามีใครไปบ้างอ่ะ
เดี๋ยวเจ้ามือ
สองเลยเนี่ย
เจ้ามือ
อยุธยา
แล้วก็มีตะเอกก็ไปนะ
เหรอ
แค่จะวันถ่ายได้
หนึ่งสองสามสี่ที่ไหน
So animated just means it's moved like a cartoon. Moves.
It can move.
Yes. So that picture was moving. That's what it means. It moves.
อรุณีไป
Okay, so this
ที่
is,
อยู่นี่ความร้อนมันอยู่อ่ะ
okay, thank you.
เนี่ยไม่ได้มาเกา
N-D-A-M-M-A-R-L-L-A-M-E.
คือ นอนไม่หลับ
M-E.
กับล่ามใช่ไหม
So would you double check this and make sure that this is
วิ
right?
ไงแล้วก็
So I'll be there.
สี่ห้าพี่น้องไปด้วยนะห้าแล้ว
ไม่ไปอ่ะ
ไม่ได้สี่คนเนี่ยหนึ่งสองสามสี่
มันเหนื่อย
สี่คนแล้วหนึ่งก็ไม่อยากไปถึงไปนานไง
So this is teacher
เอาลูกนี้
N.
ไป
แน่ใจเหรอเขาบอกไม่ไป
And
ไป
then
หรือเปล่าลุงนี
ไป
ก็เป็นห้าขัดไหมคะสามคนเดี๋ยวลุงนีไปหรือเปล่าลุงนี
ไม่รู้
ลุงนีไป
ลูกดีไปที่พ่อไม่สบาย
ใช่รู้แล้วคุยแล้วเหรอก็เนี่ยหนึ่งสองสามสี่
พี่รู้ได้ไง
หนึ่งสองสามสี่ห้าลุงนี
อ๋อเขาไลน์บอก
ลุงนีเป็นห้าพี่เดียวดีไปหรือเปล่าใครสามคน
So this is teacher Ann's email, and as I understand it, Lee is suggesting that we send a journal or writing to teacher Ann, and she will send it to teacher Lee, because teacher Lee has been sick. So this is teacher Ann's email. Thank you. And then this is my email, should you ever need or want to email me. But right now, we're really focusing on teacher Ann's. And that way, you're thinking that'll make teacher Lee feel much better, and I bet it will. What a lovely idea. All right.
Because it is not, I think it's not too
แต่คนไม่สบายนี่ที่จะได้ใช่ไหม อันนี้แกให้แข็งแรงตั้งแต่ไหนแต่
and
ไร
everybody
กลัวจะไม่รอดเลยเดี๋ยว
Yes,
อะไรเงี้ย
everyone can do it, can't they?
Well,
So
then
it's-
die.
It doesn't cost any money, right? Lovely
นี่
idea.
นะถ้าพี่ปิดตาพี่ปิดตาข้างนี้มันจะเห็นชัดถ้าปิดตาข้างนี้ไม่เห็นนะ
This is hard.
ปีนี้ชมว่าเปอร์เซ็นต์ของ
This
คน
is
ทำแล้วปีหน้า
hard.
จะทำ
And, you know, I said we're gonna do the crossword. I do have the crossword, but let's do this first, please. I didn't, last night when I was making this, I thought, oh, we'll just make it a review. And then I thought, no, on the last day, we're gonna make this hard. So this is probably harder than most of the other
เครื่อง
ones
จะทันสมัยกันเลย
than we've had before.
เครื่องพี่จะตา
Plus,
ดีกว่า
see this
เครื่องซื้อ
category?
ใหม่
Learn something new. This is totally new, not something we've had before. So, we're going to get started. We've got vocabulary, idioms, miscellaneous, what's wrong, and learn something new. You may pick any category and any amount. Okay, we don't have to pick the lowest amount. So we're going to start in the back with Max. Can you see it, Max? Idiom, for how much? 10. Here we go. So as I said, some of these may be a little bit harder than we're used to, but we're ending it with a bang. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, I'll give it back.
Someone say I will be with you on
เด็กทำไมที่แข่งขันนี่ได้เลย
เชียร์ว่าหาได้บ้าง
แล้วเลยนะรู้แล้ว
Yes, so I remember we did this once. We haven't reviewed this one very
ที่
much.
เด็กทีนี้จริงๆ
So this word is
ไม่
through,
ได้มาเนี่ย
thick and thin.
ถ้ามาไม่กี่วันเนี่ย
If someone, so, Max, do you remember, or you may not, you were probably even here then, Max. What do you think this means? Have Max your advice? Do you remember through thick and thin?
I think you're very important, or sibling important than another.
Ah, siblings are very important, more important than other person? Any other ideas? So, here we go. And for those of you who just came in, this one's hard because we're ending the learning. So if I say to you, I think I mentioned this once in my, I'll be with you through thick and thin.
เราทุกทาง
That means I'm your friend no matter what happens. When you're sad, when times are thin, that means they're not so good. Maybe you're sick, maybe you're sad, maybe you're mean, but I will still be there. And when times are thick, when times are good, I'll be there too. And you know what? I'm going to give you points for that because what Nut said is what you would say to a sibling.
Oh, always with you, even in a bad times.
So my brother who's coming today is like this. My brother would do anything for me. He will be with me through thick and thin. So points for that.
Teacher, only bad time.
No, and good times. So the thin part is the bad times. The thick part is a metaphor for good times. So a true friend then,
คือรักซึ่งจริงใจนี่
a good friend is with you in the bad times and the good times. They don't drop you when you're sad. They're with you all the time,
มันมีเอา
through thick and thin.
เพื่อนเป็นที่การ
Scoreboard. I'm going to turn the sound off because I don't like it. And we're not going to worry about the time. So we started with Max. Let's move now to Nut. Can you see the categories?
difficult, but never mind. What's wrong?
What's wrong? For how many?
10.
10.
ไม่เห็น
So there's something wrong here. You have to identify what's wrong. Now, when I say in their 30s, in the United States, that we would say that's their age. So when I say in their 30s, they are all rich Bangkok doctors in their 30s. They come from all walks of life. This is wrong. Something doesn't make sense. So, okay, it is difficult. I made it so hard. So, what does this mean if you come from all walks of life?
Every class
Yes.
of people.
Different, all classes of people. They come from all walks of life. Are
That's
these
wrong.
different people? No, they're all rich.
Yeah, all rich, very rich.
They're all from Bangkok.
Yeah.
They all have the same job.
Yeah.
And they're the same age.
Yeah.
So, do they come from all walks of life?
No.
No.
It's against.
It's a game. Yes, yes. So, that's what's wrong here. On the category what's wrong, you have to tell me, why doesn't this make sense?
They don't come from, maybe we change last sentence. They don't come from all walks of life.
Yes, so that's what's wrong. Yes. Does that make sense? Great. It's hard. Today, after I leave, you're going to say, I'm so glad she left. Now, you know what? If you don't get it, let me know. Because you're here to get it.
จบไม่ทัน
Hey, Javid.
What's wrong?
Okay. So remember, something's going to be wrong, and you have to identify it.
I saw a cat. The cat was sitting on the front.
Fits.
His face was printed wrong.